that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
My Hometown is made possible by Herald Community Newspapers. For more local news, visit liherald.com. Got a story to tell? Call 516-569-4000. WHPC.
And now we return to My Hometown.
Welcome back to My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan, and today we're speaking with Jim Gover, a member of the Long Island Alzheimer's Association. Jim, we were talking about the Alzheimer's Walk on Long Island, and first of all, when is that? When is it held?
The walk is held September 16th at 9 a.m. at Belmont Lake State Park, and there is also another walk on October 14th in the Suffolk County Farm in Yaphank.
You get the nice times of the year. That really is the good walking time when people want to get out and see the colors. So.
They're looking down on us. Purple is the color.
Now, you mentioned, and I was surprised at this, that your mom, when she was alive and had kind of the onset of Alzheimer's, she actually walked in it. I always thought it was basically volunteers and the healthy people who were taking care of others. But did you have many people?
Anybody can walk. And being that Mom loved to walk and actually, walked almost up until the time she couldn't, she walked with us, and me in particular, because we were out in front, and I held her hand throughout the whole 2-mile walk.
That's great. And I was just going to ask you, so 2 miles is certainly something we can all make. We probably put that much mileage on at the local mall.
They do it for that purpose. 2 miles is a walk that anybody could do.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. If you get a full day, that's beautiful. Now, you mentioned, and just in case people are thinking of doing it themselves, this is Belmont Park in Nassau County.
Belmont Lake
State Park. I'm sorry.
Belmont Park could be construed.
Not the horse race. No,
we don't want anybody going there.
We're not out there. Okay, no, good point. And did you say Yaphank in Suffolk County?
There's a place called the Suffolk County Farm, and it's out in Yaphank, and that's October 14th at 9 a.m.
Okay. And I'm imagining walking 2 miles, you're probably talking about a little more than an hour, even if it's a very leisurely walk.
Depends on how you walk.
Okay. For me, it might be 2 hours. So, now, what's the cost of this? Is there a fee they pay, or is this what goes on?
Jim, the good thing about it is it's affordable and free.
Okay. We love that word, free. Anytime that comes up, that's all the better.
There's no fee.
Now, do you walk? You said something about as a team. Now I know. Let's say now I see you individually here, but do you have Jim's team, or is there a group? Or
I created through the website and through talking to the individuals at the Alzheimer's Association before I was really involved. I created a team. My team is called Loving Jane, and it's composed of group of my family and whoever can walk, my friends, and that's my team.
Now, if I or someone else listening was to call in, do we call in and I would just say Bill Horan wants to walk, or would I set up the Bill Horan team, or would I join your team or someone else's team?
You can join other teams if you know the people, but they can, and the Alzheimer's Association can put you through the steps to join a team. You can walk on your own, alone, or you can walk as part of a team, or you can create your own team. And there are steps to go through this on the alzheimersalz.org, or you can call the office and talk to Tina, who's the committee chair for the walk.
Now, you just gave us that great lead-in, so let's use it. Tell us how we can get in touch with Tina. She's the person at Alzheimer's we want to speak to, and I think you have a phone number for her.
Yes. Tina Hardikoff works out of the Melville office, and her telephone number, direct line, which maybe don't call all the time. She's very busy. 631-315-6486.
Give us that one more time.
That number again, Bill, and the audience, 631-315-6486.
Now, where does the money that the walk raises, where does that go? What does that go for?
79 cents of every dollar from the walk goes to research, support, and programming.
That's great. So this is being used to help other people not get Alzheimer's or
it's to find a cure. It's to find a cure. And we're hoping each year that the numbers grow in the walk and how much money we all raise as part of our teams.
You know, I like what I'm hearing about this because it's a fun type thing. It's a social time. Most of us go out for a morning walk anyway. We can do something for Alzheimer's. And on the other side, you don't have to go to a 4-hour dance and eat a rubber chicken or, you know, some of us just don't have the time for that. And often it's pay $175, go to a band, dance, listen to a band you don't like. This is something nice on a fall day. You can do it with your neighbor, your girlfriend, boyfriend, a group of friends.
And you mentioned a rubber chicken. It wouldn't be able to be digested, so that would be a problem.
That would be a problem too. So difficulty all the way. Now, how does the walk actually raise money, though? You don't charge, so you got to tell us that because there's got to be a plan behind there that there's no charge to walk. How does this actually raise money for Alzheimer's?
Through the sponsorships that the teams utilize, you're asking them to donate money or for your walk. I mean, for your team. And through the teams raising money, and also you can, as part of a team, you can raise money on your own through a mini walk. You can create your own mini walk prior to the walk to help raise money. And all the money is poured back into the Alzheimer's Association for the walk, and it goes towards Alzheimer's research and the cure.
So let me see if I have it correct. If I was participating and I'm part of it, for the purposes of this show, I'm joining your team.
Okay.
I would go out and raise some money from friends and say, support me in my Alzheimer's walk. Can you make a donation of A, B, or C? Whatever they would donate, and that would be part of what your team accumulates.
Yes, and that goes to your team, or if you're an individual, you can donate on your own to the Alzheimer's Association.
So what does an average team bring in for a walk like this? Just wondering.
Bill, that's a good question. I can speak from my personal experience. I raised upwards of $3,000 for my team.
Just you?
Just me. On my own.
I'm going to hire you as a fundraiser. I think you must have the magic touch.
Well, that's very interesting because I spoke to Tina about that, but we're working on that.
That's another project. Okay.
Yeah.
And I see Tina laughing in another room here. So, no, that's fantastic. Just one person. Are you the prime fundraiser?
I'm the captain of my team.
I would make you the captain. I think that's a wise move.
Thank you, Bill. And that made me feel good, too. Now, I was the captain, and because I raised...
You probably have as many chocolate chip cookies as you want at those meetings.
I still buy them in honor of Mom.
Okay.
I love nice chocolate chip cookies on my own.
Okay.
But they have to be homemade.
Oh, those are the best. Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Also, other teams who are going through their company or whatever, they might raise more money, but we all are in it together. And because I raised over a certain goal, I was deemed a grand champion also, and that gave me the to be invited to the Alzheimer's dinner.
I'm very honored to be here today. I'm the major fundraiser with the grand champion. This is a privilege.
That makes me feel good, Bill.
It should. No, and for what you're doing for the people. But you just hit on something that I thought could be a lot of fun. If someone's listening to the show, and even if they're hopefully not involved, meaning that someone in their family has Alzheimer's, if you work for a major company, it's an easy trip around the office to say, would you contribute? Because most people know someone, and they want to help that other person in accounting or sales or client development, etc., to raise some money. So if someone's working for a major company, they could easily call you up, join your team, or get put on a team.
Or create their own team.
But just walking around a big office, if they're part of a major corporation or some kind of company where you have access to a lot of people or sales professionals who get out every day, and just to make a small donation, people drop that much at the golf course, at Starbucks to grab a cup of coffee. What a great way this would be to put the money to a good cause. And,
yes,
and get some good chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Now, what are some signs of Alzheimer's for people out there on the other side of the coin if they're looking at it? What should we be alert to look at?
Well, I will speak again with Mom. There is a pamphlet out there that and books that will tell you what the formal signs are of Alzheimer's. I'm going to branch off a little bit. When Mom turned 70, we noticed, I don't know, I can honestly say, I don't know if I noticed it, but my family, my two sisters, discovered that she was forgetting names, forgetting sentences that she's talking about or going back to, and forgetting, and repetition of these sentences or things that she just talked about. I remember distinctly on the phone with her, one of my things was to call her. Every day I would call my mom and I would say, "Hi, Mom." And then after the conversation, I said, "I love you." And she'd say, "I love you." When I found out that she started to repeat herself, I caught myself getting angry. And I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. And I would say, "Ma, you told me that already. Stop." Kept doing it. When I found out, learning about the disease, that forgetting things is a big part of learning about dementia and a clue that maybe there's something going on. You don't get angry. You have to kind of immerse yourself with her.
That's a great point, because we're all in our busy day-to-day lives. We forget, and as especially, I guess, at the early stages, as the person is maybe getting signs of Alzheimer's, we get frustrated and cut them off. You told me that. You said that already. Right. We discussed that. Just do what you said. Be a little kinder, and maybe remember that this is your mom or your friend. And
also, I think later on they might forget where they're going, or if they drive, they could get lost. So when things like that start to happen, those are kind of indicators that maybe there's something that should be explored.
Jim, you've given us a lot of great information on our show. Before we wrap up, once again, because maybe there's someone out there, and if they can't walk, I'm sure you'd accept their donation. Am I correct?
We would, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Excuse me. Please give us Tina Marie's phone number again and where we should contact her.
Her name is Tina Marie Hardikoff, and she is in the Melville office. And she can be reached at 631-315-6486. And the website is www.alz.org, where you can find all kinds of a wealth of information on the disease, activities, and all kinds of things for caregivers
Jim,
as well.
We want to thank you so much for being with us. We'd like to remind our audience, our guest today has been Jim Gover, a volunteer with the Long Island chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, talking about the walk they're having on September 16th at Belmont Park.
At Belmont Lake State Park. At 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Jim, thanks again. This is Bill Horan for My Hometown on 90.3 WHPC. Thanks for listening.
We'd like to get your feedback on My Hometown. Send your comments to WHPC@ncc.edu. My Hometown is produced by Jim Green, executive producer. Nassau Community College, where success starts and continues. Till next time, this is Bill St. James. And remember, there's no town like your hometown.